Hi, everyone. I am Courtney's mom, Janet, if you did not know that already. Uh, I have been an It Works representative for a little over a year now. I think June 6th was my anniversary. Before that, I was using the products for about, I guess, 2 years. I think, Courtney's first customer, if not one of her first customers. I always call myself her guinea pig. She would get something new in, and I'm like, Mom, you got to try this, and report back to her, and I would. I brought products. I don't think I was like regular on them. I think I was in the beginning. I had to auto ship, and then I would just buy things when they had sales or when they got something new in. Enjoyed all the products, loved them. My daughter had been asking me on and off for I almost like probably the last year right before I joined, to actually join her. Not really seriously. I don't think she thought I would ever do it. She was kind of like just like throw the little hints out there. Hey, Mom, you do the products, you like it, you should sell them. I'm like, you know what? I'm not a salesperson. It's not my forte. I like being behind the scenes. I'm a very green person. If you don't know that about me, I like my schedules, and this is not that this isn't a green business. It is a green business, but this is more for, to me, I thought at the time was more for like the go-getters, like the Reds that are out there and just want to do it. And I'm like, this isn't going to be for me. I said, I didn't think I was ever going to succeed at it, but here I am a year later. I love it. I love what I do. I love helping people. I love the products. And I think that helps a lot when you actually use the products, get results, whether it's weight loss, the beauty, the nutrition, whatever. I think I'd say probably 30 to 40 of the products that we have. And when you use them and you get results and you enjoy them and you just talk about them and you actually believe what you're saying, it, you're not selling the products at that point. People are just listening to you. They're taking in what you say, I guess. So at that point, it doesn't even feel like sales. And like I said before, I'm very green, so I needed to know about the products, and anything that I talk about, I like to know thoroughly about the products. I will go into the e-suite. I will go into my website. Um, I will actually, when I first started, I printed out every single product sheet. I did, no lie. I think I had like 50 sheets, and I highlighted everything about the product that I thought was important in case anyone ever asked me about the product. I'd be like, I know what that is. I know that. That's why I guess a lot of people ask me product questions, just because I did that, which is fine. I love it. Like I said, I love it. I sidetracked there a little bit. Sorry. Let me get back. I am 50 years old. If you not know that, am I in our group, I think I'm one of the oldest people. And in the beginning, actually, that was another reason that held me back. I didn't think that I could do this. Oh, I'm not the oldest? Okay. I thought I was too old to do this too. I mean, but after doing it and realizing that we all come from all different walks of life, we're all different ages, we're all different sexes, we're all different races, whatever, I felt more comfortable. I'm like, you know what? I can do this as well. Let me see it. Sorry guys, I sidetrack a lot. I start talking. That's why I wrote notes. I actually did write, not kidding. I wrote a little, this is how green I am. I actually did a little list of what I wanted to say, and I still stray. But all right, getting back, I started this business 2 years ago. When I first started, Courtney, and when I finally just decided to do it, and Courtney, yeah, I want to say talked me into it, and I said, okay, I'll do it. I honestly think the only reason I decided to do it wasn't the money at first. She had told me, and correct me if I'm wrong, Courtney, I think you were going after diamond at that point, or double diamond. And you wanted me to fill a spot on your chart, which a lot of us do. We put our husbands, our mothers, our fathers, whatever, in the chart to fill a spot so we can actually rank up. And I honestly think when she told me that she needed me to go, I say diamond, that I was like, how can I say no to that? It's my daughter. So I did it. I really didn't have any aspirations. I was like, all right, I'll try it, whatever. And then when I saw the money Courtney was making from doing this, and when my husband saw the money that Courtney was making from doing this, he was like, and I was like, I want to do it. I want to do it. We need this money. I mean, we were in debt. We were using credit cards and we both work full-time jobs. We both have great jobs. My husband has an amazing job. It didn't stop us from living life. It didn't stop us from living above our means for years and years and years. We both had kids very young. I was 19 when I had Courtney. My husband was, I think, 20 when he had his daughter. We've been married 20 years, 19 years, 20 years together, 21. So our kids were young. Kids are expensive, and you all know that I've had kids. They're very expensive, and we didn't let our kids hurt for anything. We went on vacations. We went to Disney, and we didn't have the cash for it. We put it on credit cards. We had a beautiful house in Runnymede. It was a 4-story, 2,500 square foot house. We completely redid it. Most of the work, we refinanced our mortgage a couple times. We put on credit cards, blah, blah, blah. Years down the road, here we are in debt. We had over, I'm putting this out there, we had over $50,000 in credit card debt. And that, 2 years ago, and that was even after paying credit cards off. It's a vicious cycle. Please don't ever get yourself into it if you haven't yet. Trust me, it's not worth it. Nothing is worth the credit card debt and refinancing over and over again. So with that being said, when I saw the money that Courtney was, I was like, this to go, I'm going to give it a shot. And I know she's successful at it, and she's not going to steer me wrong. It's my daughter. So I did it. Here I am a year later. I am diamond. I finally went diamond after conference. I will say that conference, if you guys can get there, get there. It's worth the money. It does put the fire in your belly. It was an amazing experience. We cried, we laughed, we had a great time. The girls that we went with, we all got even closer than we already are. It's an awesome experience. You got to do it. So I went diamond in April, just in the nick of time to make the diamond bonus. And here I am, I'm making the diamond bonus. I just got my first big diamond bonus paycheck last month, and it was just as much as I'm making it my full-time job, doing this part-time. So with that being said, if any of you are your only job, even with me, even if I could, I can too. But you can make this your full-time job. You can. I mean, Courtney's living proof of it. A lot of you girls on here are living proof of it. You can make it your full-time job. You can make it your part-time job. You put into it what you want to put into it. You can only do an hour a day. You do an hour a day. If you can do it all day, you do it all day. It's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. You work when you have to work, or when you work when you want to work, and you determine your paycheck. So let me see. Is there anything else I wanted to point on to you guys? Okay, sorry. Let's go back to my schedule, go back to my my printout. The reason I joined the company, like I said, was to pay off debt. Because Courtney had asked me, and I do have 5 dogs. I got to put that out there. 4 of them are rescues. Well, actually, they're all kind of rescues, but the last 4 are some type of pit bull rescue. And my advice to you, if you don't want 5 dogs, don't drink alcohol and look at rescue sites, because you will wind up with 5 dogs like me. Don't do that. All right, now I'm going to go on to my next point. So your tips. I have a couple written down here, and I will Here we go. Okay, these are just general tips and what I found have helped me in this business and helped my success. Consistency. You will hear that over and over again from everyone, from top leaders, from bottom leaders, from everyone, your sidelines, your uplines, whatever. You got to stay consistent. You're going to have a lot of people tell you no, and that's okay. But you know what? Those people that are even telling you no, they're watching you. I've had a lot of no's in the beginning. People want to watch. They want to see that you're serious about what you're doing. They want to make sure that they're just not going to buy. I've had people even tell me that they said, you know what, I'm not going to do it now, but let me see where this goes, basically where I go with it, and they'll get back to me. I've had many customers that come back to me months later and say that they're ready. And a lot of them are longtime customers. I do have a lot of, not all of them, but I do have a lot of customers that I stay in contact with, that I actually chat with probably on a weekly basis, either on Messenger or on my phone. That's another tip. I like that personal contact. I think when you connect with the person, you reach out, say, hey, how you doing? How's your products going? Whether it's good news, bad news, whatever. I've had customers have bad news to me and tell me they didn't like it, or like the cleanse made them sick or whatever. I ask them, I ask them questions. I direct them into another product. That's another reason why it's good to know your products too. Because if you have a customer who's like, you know what, I can't do the skinny brew. What else do you have that I can lose weight? Okay, well, we have, do you like this? Do. And you can recommend. And that's also how you upsell as well. All right, let's see. Oh, another tip that I have for you. If you're green, if you're not green, I'm still gonna recommend it to you. Get yourself either a binder, get yourself a notebook. Make sure you note every customer or potential customer and distributor that you are talking to, because you will forget. You're going to get to the point in the beginning, it's not so bad, but you're going to get to the point, especially if you're doing a lot of haps, you're going to be like, you're going to forget. There's times when I forget to write it down, and I'll go back and I scroll, maybe say once a month, I'll scroll through my messages. I'm like, oh my goodness, I never got back to that person, and I'll contact them, and they may or may not be a customer back at that point. But like I said, write it down, keep track of what who you're talking to, what you're doing, stay consistent with your business every day, do your daily 6 list. If you don't have it, I think it's probably on our, I think I should know this. It's on our Passport to Diamond page, or it's on Wake Pray Slay. Yeah, I think I'm saying that right. Anyway. All right. Let me get to follow up. Oh, follow up. That's another important thing. Make sure you're following up with your potentials and following up with your customers and your distributors. Keep on top of them. Talking. People like to know that you care about them. And sometimes that's all they need. They need to know that you care. All right. So distributors. This is my last point I'm getting to. I am going to admit it. I am not the strongest one with distributors. I concentrated on customers probably for the first 8 months of my career with It Works. I wanted to perfect that. I wanted to be able to not have to take out a notebook, not go to my eSuite, whatever. I wanted to be able, if anyone asked me about a product or whatever, I would know the price. I would know how to do it. Boom. I wouldn't even need scripts. Most of the time I don't even use scripts anymore. I just I'll just wing it. But with distributors, I really didn't concentrate on it. I just want to put it out there. Don't wait like I did, because even to this day, I'm still nervous. I've been in it a year and I'm still nervous because I haven't done it constantly from the beginning. I was not consistent with trying to get distributors. So that's another advice I have to you. The first month, concentrate on getting your customers. Get that in, get your bonuses, get your quick starts. That's great. But then start concentrating on both. Try to do it 50-50. Don't be like me and wait, because here I am a year in and I get distributors, but I shouldn't have waited that long. So that is all I'm going to say for tonight. I hope I didn't lose any of you guys, but we are going to turn the mic over to Destiny, and she's going to tell a little bit of her story. So Destiny, wherever you are and whenever you're ready.
I'm right here.
Hi, Destiny. Oh, you're right there. I see you.
So I joined in March. I'm going Ruby this week, let's just say that. I joined, I saw Cindy. I looked through her Facebook. I'm familiar with the business. I have friends on Facebook who were doing the business, and I just was like really intrigued and just watched this girl for like a year grow her business. And then I saw one of my friends share Cindy's application, and so I said, what the hell, fill it out. Sorry about my language. But so I filled it out, and she got back to me. I like stalked her Facebook. I looked through it and just like saw her story about her past and stuff like that. And like it made, like, I really connected with it because I'm also a survivor of both. So that was just like awesome, just to be able to connect with her with that and stuff like that. And just like for her to be personal with it and just like be open about it, that was something I've never done with my story. I want to say it took, my parents just found out 2 years ago, well, my mom did, about my story. So it's a big struggle for me. I always, as a child and after that, I've always been this strong-headed person. Everybody I know is just like, you know, you're so strong, like, you know, you're such a brick wall, like, you have this wall up. And it was just because I never had confidence in myself. And so the month of joining this business, I have gained so much more confidence. My one advice I could give to you guys is going live. For like, I think a straight week before I started going live, I would just practice in front of my camera, you know, just showing the products, talking about the products, and, you know, just like describing them and stuff like that, just to build up my confidence to go live and stuff like that. And that has really sparked a big thing about my business was starting to go live. Yesterday I just got a customer who was like, I want all the products you use. Let me, like, give it to me. And I was like, well, we have this awesome deal. And her BB was extremely high. And I was like, hey, like, you know, this is a monthly payment. She's like, I don't care. I love how you talk about it, how you go every day and just talk about it. And she's like, I love the way you feel about being on these products. And it's seeing you talk about this product makes me see that you really love it. And so I was just like that, like, hit me, because I was just like, you know, as a person who never had confidence in myself, and that's why I never joined this business, because I didn't have confidence in myself. So, like, to be able to, like, you know, build that confidence slowly by slowly is amazing. You know, I like, as I'm an educator, so I work for 2 years I worked on an autistic school as an autism specialist. And, you know, working it there, you know, the kids and working with that environment was stressful and it was hard, but I loved every minute of it. And, you know, doing that for 2 years was an amazing, you know, experience. And then I switched over to another job, and you know, I still was able to connect with my old students and stuff, and being able to connect with middle schoolers and just talking to them, and, you know, saying like, hey, like, I'm losing my point here, I'm like babbling, but, like, you know, being able to connect with students, and, like, that helps build my confidence, because, you know, kids can be very, like, honest, and so talking to kids is very, like, honest and stuff like that. So let me get up to a point here. So yeah, being able to go on lives and stuff helps. Haps help a ton. I think I make a list of 60 people a day, and I message those 60 people, and then I'll make another list for 60 people tomorrow, and I'll get that list done today, because I just, you know, I love the feeling of being able to get post up, and, like, being able to, for people to message me back, and, like, connecting about the products and stuff like that. Also being able to, like, talk to people about joining the business. That's a lot of things I talk about my live too, not just trying to get customers, but also trying to get distributors out as well. So I talk about that as well at the end of my lives. Usually I say, like, hey, like, if you need an extra income, like, this is amazing. Like, this is like an amazing opportunity. And, you know, even though, like, you know, you're scared and you're shy, like, everybody starts in that spot, like, being scared and shy, and not having that confidence. But, like, having this team, and I tell them, I'm like, this team is amazing. Like, you're not alone. We all do it together. And, you know, we just build our business together. So, like, you're never alone in this business, especially, like, Cindy, me and her message every day. Like, she knows I'm there for her. She's there, like, she's there for me. So we both do it a lot. But yeah, I would say my biggest point is to go live, and, you know, just practice in front of your camera, get confident. Sometimes I would look at the video and be like, oh my God, I hate this. And I just be like, I hate the way, like, looking at myself. And so just being able to, you know, go live and stuff is amazing. So yeah, I think I got my point across.
Okay, let's see, you got your why.
Yep.
Now, how long have you been with the company again? I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you that.
Only
you told me. Only a month. Okay. All right. So do you have any tips yet for anyone?
Just going live and, you know, getting your haps up.
Oh yeah, live. Yep. Yeah, you got to get over your fear. That was one of my biggest, in fact, My first few videos I did, I pre-recorded. Again, probably part of my green personality, but I wanted them to be perfect and I was worried about them not being perfect. So I actually had like 20 takes before I even put up one that I actually thought that I'd like.
I do the same
It took me
thing.
a really long time.
Videos.
And it's funny too, because you and your head, whatever you're messing up or you think you're messing up, but no one really sees it. Like I'd be like, oh my God, Courtney, did you see that I messed up? She's like, no, I didn't see you mess up at all, but we think we are. But yes, get over your fear, go live. It helps. I actually had a, not a customer, but I actually had a cousin, like a third cousin message me the other day and asked me why I haven't gone live in like 2 weeks. She's like, I really miss your lives. I love your lives. I'm like, so that's why I went live last night. I was like, okay, I'll go back live. I'm like, back by popular demand.
Yeah,
Even though it was only one person. Okay, and okay, go live and customers, and you're doing great, Destiny. Thank you so much for talking. Move on to Megan. I see her over.
Hi guys. Can everybody see me? Can everybody see me okay?
Oh yeah, you're a little fuzzy though in the voice. Is that just me?
Okay, let me go to my living room.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm in a basement, so my internet's not the best.
Yeah,
Leona,
yeah.
I'm not telling you. Sorry, my dog's like very needy.
Oh, I have 5 of them. And actually it started thundering, so you might start hearing crying and whining, and I apologize. I'll just tell them to be quiet. By 4.
All right, how's that?
75 dogs. Oh, go ahead. I'm going to mute myself and let you go, Megan.
Perfect. All right. Well, hi guys, I'm Megan. I've been doing this business for 2 weeks now. I think I'm on my 2nd week. It has definitely been a new experience. I haven't done social networking before, but I'm really glad that I've joined. I'll just start with my story. So my story kind of goes back a few years. Me and my fiance met when we were in high school. And since then, I have always been the breadwinner, and I have always been the one to make sure the bills are paid, make sure everything that we have, everything we need, we have, and everything we want, we can try to afford. And I went off to college, and we were long distance. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. I moved off to college, and we were long distance. And even then, I was still the breadwinner. We were both he was still in high school, and I was doing my first year of college. And we were, making ends meet, paying our bills, getting by. Then I just decided what I was going to college for wasn't what I wanted to do. So I moved back home, and I enrolled in cosmetology school. And me and my fiance moved in together. And even then, I was still the breadwinner. I was going to cosmetology school 8 hours a day. I was working night shifts almost anywhere from 4 to 8 hours a day. I was between work and school, I was working 60 to 80 hour weeks, and it was a lot. And when my fiance finally finished high school, he started working full time. And that's when we got into the adult foster home business. And since I was in school full time, he was the one that was hired on to be the actual employee. Once we were able to do that and get into the home, my fiance looked at me and said, listen, if you don't want to work anymore, you can quit your job. So that's what I did. I hated what I was doing. I hated working 60 to 8 hour weeks. It was awful. I never saw him. I never got to spend time with him. We were kind of like, hey, hi, bye, let's sleep in the same bed kind of thing. And then when I finally was able to just go to school, it was like a load off. Then come around this last January, I finally graduated, and not even a week before I got my actual license in the mail, COVID-19 hit. I couldn't even get an actual job before I was even able to start practicing, before everything shut down. And it was devastating. I wanted to be able to bring in income. I wanted to be there to be paying bills 50-50 with my fiance. I hated knowing every day that we were struggling just to make ends meet. It was hard. It was so hard. And when COVID-19 hit and I was not able to work, because if I brought COVID-19 into my house, I would be putting every single person I live with at risk of having it and possibly passing away from it, because we have all immune everybody here has autoimmune diseases, or they are older, or they're more at risk, they're high risk. And so I was devastated. I was like, I can't work, I can't bring in money, I can't help pay for bills, and I'm just sitting at home doing nothing all day long. And it really got to me. And so I had been seeing my friend Kaylee on her Facebook, posting about It Works. And I was like, oh, there's no way she's making that much money every month. There's no way she's doing that well, just selling It Works products. No way. And so I finally got a hold of her and I was like, so tell me about this. What's going on? And for months, I was like, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do it. And finally, I was like, you know what? We're going to do this. Just one night out of nowhere, I was like, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to give this a try. Worst thing that's going to happen, I'm going to, not make any money. I'm just going to be there. I'm going to make my $100 back from my investment. Worst thing possible, right? Well, I'm sure that Emily has told you a little bit, but after my first week, I had, I believe, 6 enrolled LCs. I'm still working on my distributors. I've got some people on the back burner. We're getting there with them. But I mean, guys, the worst thing that somebody can say to you is no. Like, hey, will you do a host boost for me? No. Okay, that's awesome. Like, thanks for your help. Thanks for your comment on my post. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, do you want to try our products? No. Okay, well, keep watching my story and keep watching me try these products. And we'll see if you say no in a month. Because guys, I earned my shopping spree, and just last night I placed my order for my products. And I'm so dying excited just to try them. Like, lose weight or not, I'm just excited to try them and show people that you can feel better and you can do better for yourself. I don't really remember where I'm supposed to go after my story. I think I'm supposed to do tips, right? Okay, so some of the tips that I have are just don't give up on yourself. Like, yes, you're going to hear 80 no's in a day and maybe 3 yeses in a day. Don't let those no's get to you. Don't let someone saying no because they don't know what you're doing and they don't believe in what you're doing get to you. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to put that little bit of energy and a little bit of strength deep down inside of you sometimes, just into it, and get your butt going and get those host posts up, get your product posts up. Just do everything you can do in your power that you believe that you can do just to promote yourself. And guys, don't stop believing in yourself just because you keep hearing no's. It happens. That's the worst somebody's going to say to you. Another tip I would say is, if you guys have a good team, like, utilize it. I have such an amazing team, you guys. Like, it's crazy how amazing my team is. I'm so grateful that I joined this team. Before I started doing It Works, I was a lump in my bed. I was so depressed and I was so sad all the time because I wasn't doing anything. And then even not take aside all the people I've signed, take aside all the people that I've talked to, take aside everything, just my team and interacting with my team and the support my team has given me that extra push just to be like, you know what, those no's are okay. I'm going to put up another host post up and it's going to be okay. I'm going to get through it. You know what? The worst thing somebody can say is no. Utilize your teams. Utilize a lot. If you have any questions, if anybody there doesn't have an answer for you, ask somebody else a part of your team. somebody will have an answer for you eventually. If you keep asking the right questions and you keep getting no answers for it, go find the answer yourself. I can't even tell you how long I've sat on eSuite or just It Works Connect or any one of our utilized apps or any one of our utilized websites and just looked for my own answers, even if I couldn't get a hold of somebody to find them or if somebody didn't know them. And guys, when you're having a rough day, just message your group chat, just message your team, be like, guys, I'm having a really rough day. Like, what else could I be doing? And they will, if you have a good team, which I mean, if you're part of this team, you have a really great team. They will tell you, oh, I don't think you've put on your story yet. You should go post this on your story, or you should go post some of these things on your story, or you should put up another host to post. It looks about that time that somebody's been on that people are going to be on their phones. Nobody in this business is going to tell you, no, I'm not going to help you because they want your customer and they don't want you to have it. No, we are a team. We are pushing each other to do better. We are pushing each other to get those sales, get those new distributors. We're not in competition with each other. We are a team. I think that's all I've really got for tips. Utilize your teams. Don't let no's get to you. And I do agree, start your lives. If you haven't, which I haven't, and I know it's really bad, but I'm waiting on my products to get here so I can start doing my lives so I can show people, like, watch my journey. Watch me go from 230 pounds to 180 pounds in the next 6 months. Watch me, and I will show you that you can do this. Even if you don't even want to try our products, you can make it in this business. Okay, I think that's all I got. If I keep going, I'm just going to talk myself in circles.
Megan, are you sure you've only been doing this 2 weeks? Because you don't talk like you've only been doing it for 2 weeks. You're amazing. You're amazing. You're going to be an amazing leader. You really are.
Thank you.
You really
I
are.
appreciate it.
Let me just tell you, I've been doing this a year, and I'm just now feeling comfortable doing this. Right, Court? I didn't want to ever do it. I'm like, I ain't talking. I'm not a talker. Well, I'm a talker.
Oh, yeah.
I just never considered myself a leader. Megan, you're going to be awesome. You're going to rock it. Glad you joined us. Glad you joined us. 2 really quick tidbits I did want to touch on that Megan said. She's talking about staying positive. I think you touched on that a little bit about,
Yes.
not worrying about the nose. We what's the word I'm liking to say? We do positive personal development. We listen to podcasts every day. We write in journals. I think Courtney or whoever it is in the morning has a morning journaling session too, where we try to keep positive. We're going to hear no's. We're going to hear a lot of no's, but we're going to hear yeses too. And them yeses totally make up for the hundreds of no's we're going to hear. But again, no doesn't mean no forever. It just means, like, you'll hear this too. And it's so true. It just means no, not right now. Okay,
exactly. Just because someone says no today doesn't mean that they're not going to say yes a month from now when they see your journey.
Yep. And they will. Like I said, I've had my no's. I've had no. And then, hey, you know what? I'm going to do it now. And there was one more thing I want to touch on, and I forget. So maybe on the end, I will touch back on it when I remember. But I'm going to take it over to Karen because I think Karen's on. I see her. She's down there. Hi, Karen. Whenever you're ready.
Can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me? Yes. Okay, cool. All right, guys. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Karen. I joined this business maybe like a year and a half ago. Sorry, guys. I have my phone on the charger and I don't want to off. I joined this business maybe like a year and a half ago, and I didn't join the business because I wanted extra income. I actually joined the business because it was cheap to join one. It was like $20 to join, and it came with like 2 bags of coffee, right? I'm so sorry, guys. Let me just straight. Okay. And it came with like 2 bags of coffee, and your girl was running low on coffee. So I joined the business for $20, got my 2 bags of coffee. When I was still with my kid's dad at the time, I signed him up for $20, got 2 more bags of coffee and flipped that. And then I was like, oh, hey, that was kind of cool, right? And so I let the business sit under my nose for about probably close to a year before I started actually working the business. It was there. I had lost 70 pounds. I'm 70 pounds down on the products. I started at like 210 pounds, and I'm sitting at about 100. I went down to about 140 pounds and then gained some of it back in muscle. So I'm very close to my ideal weight. At this point, it's just toning and tightening. But these products were literally what helped me lose all of the baby fat. I have been pregnant twice. My youngest is 2 years old. So I had a lot of baby weight that I needed to lose. And so I fell in love with the products, right? Because whenever I had my son, both of my kids were C-sections, so I couldn't work out. So my sister gifts me this bottle of fat burners. And she's like, here, try these out. I'm like, okay, cool. So I try them out, right? And I'm like, oh my God, they work great, like amazing. I'm like, where can I get these and how much are they? She's like, oh, you can get them here. She's like, and they're like $70 for the month supply. And I'm like, $70? I cannot afford $70. One, I wasn't working yet. I had just had my son. Two, I couldn't exercise and I really wanted something like it, but affordable, you know, because I hadn't gone back to work. And three, I knew that I wanted to keep losing weight. So I finally get back into working, and I've been bartending in this town for like 9 years. And one of my coworkers, who is actually the girl that signed me up to work the business, she says, hey, I noticed that you're losing weight. I have these, you know, these fat fighters. She's like, they're super affordable. They're $25 for the month supply. And I'm like, that I can afford. I can set aside $6-7 every week to be able to afford these fat burners, right? Well, I fall in love with them. And she goes, hey, you're looking really good. She goes, I have this fat burning coffee. Do you want to try it out? And I'm like, yeah. So I fall in love with the coffee. I fall in love with the fat burners. I end up joining the business, and I let it sit under my nose for about a year before I actually started working the business. So when I signed up my kid's dad, I was like, you know, I got him the 6 customers, made my $150. And then I did it with like a couple of other more people, and I was like, well, that was cool. And that was really easy. Okay. So it was great that I was a product of the product. I'm 70 pounds down on the products. And I immediately learned what a fast start bonus was. And the moment you explain a fast start bonus to someone, guys, that opens up eyes, mind, ears, everything. I carry a Ruby chart with me around all the time in my purse, in my wallet, in my back pocket, whatever. And I talk to everyone and anyone who I cross paths with about the business. Because I'm a bartender, I'm such a people person. So it's just in my nature to talk to people and tell people about anything. You know, I'm sitting there at a bar, I need to have a conversation with the person, right? So everyone and anyone I cross paths with hears about the business, whether we're talking about the business or not. I find a way to work it into our conversation, and I tell them, because if they ask, hey, so what do you do during the day? Oh, I have an online health and wellness business. Boom. And just like that, guys, you pull out a Ruby chart and explain a fast start bonus to someone. $450 is $450, okay? It's not $1, $2, $20. It's $450. That's like new shoes to your car, or your, you know, part of your rent payment, or your car payment, or whatever. $450 is $450. So once you master how to enroll a customer, and you can help 3 people, by helping 3 people, you get $450, and boom, you're Ruby. So I used to be the accounting clerk at the Housing Authority of the City of Del Rio, which is the town that I live in right now. And so many people started their businesses with me the last week of April, and I was completely overwhelmed with work. I lined myself up for like over $1,000 in commissions, and I resigned from my federally funded office position, and I do the business during the day now full time. So I thought that was really, really cool. And the moment you can open up someone's eyes to what a fast start bonus is, and how quickly you can make these bonuses, and how quickly they pay them. You don't have to wait a whole month to receive these. They pay these weekly. The moment you can wrap someone's brain around that and open up their eyes and mind to it, then you're definitely, you know, going to hit a home run, because $450 is $450. And guess what, guys? Money talks. I didn't realize that the company paid real money until I started making those fast starts. So fast starts are live. I definitely love what I do. And if people see that you love what you do, they're going to want to love it too. Like, I always use the example, like, my friend she posts Michael Kors purses all the time. She does it all the time. And so I watch her, right? And what I do, one time I saw her post so many purses. She wasn't even selling them. She was just enjoying them. And I then went and got myself one too. So if you're seeing someone loving on what they do and enjoying what they do, it's gonna make you want it too. So definitely have fun with your business, love your business, talk to everyone. Oh, am I back on here? Sorry. Talk to everyone about the business, okay? Everyone you cross paths with needs to hear about coffee, the business, a detox, something. And I always, guys, if I'm bartending at, like, whenever I'm on shift or whatever, if I'm at Walmart, I always carry samples on me. I sold tea from the bar the other day because I gave her a sample of it and she sat there playing the machines and she loved it. And then she cashed out from her little machine games and came and paid me for like a month's supply of tea, coffee, and fat burners. Like, so always carry a product around with you if you do have it to give out samples. People love samples. And love your business, love your products. Tell people about them, because if you don't tell anyone about them, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna read your mind. Nobody's gonna open up your brain and dig into it and see what's inside it and find out that you have a business with really amazing products. So you need to talk to people. You need to tell people. You need to let these people know what you have to offer and how great what you have to offer is. And lives, guys, for sure. I agree with everyone who said anything about lives. I try to go live every single day, once a day, every day. Because it just gives this really good connection to your audience. It feels like they really, really know you. Like, it's you, it's us. You're seeing me right here, right? Whoever just spoke before me, like, you see their reactions, their emotions, the way they talk about it, the way they love on their business. Like, people feel that, okay? So lives are really, really important and crucial to this business because it gives your audience, like, that connection, like they know you, even if they don't, even if they've just kind of been sitting there on the sideline watching. So it really gives them that connection. It really helps them trust you. And whenever you talk about your stuff, guys, be happy about it. Be fun about it. Have a good time. People always tell me that they love how much fun I have doing it and how happy I look doing it. So definitely have a good time with your stuff. Talk to people about your stuff all of the time. Message, host to post, lives, all that stuff is super, super crucial, guys. Power hours are live. Like, you can literally work this business in 1 hour. Like, and it's all broken down to you in a power hour chart, picture, whatever you want to call it. But I think that's pretty much it. If you guys don't have any questions for me.
No, I think that was great, Karen. Thank you so much. But you're right. Yes, lives are definitely important. Be a product of the product. And I do remember now what I wanted to touch on. So when you go and you do your posts and you're doing your daily posts, because you should be doing a daily post on a product. And I think, I know Jade and other people have pointed out, hold on, there's a bug on my screen, have pointed out that concentrate on one product or a couple of the products, maybe 2 of the products, whatever, and talk about them every day, whether it's in your story or posting about it. They also, I found when I post about it, say like when I wanted to lose weight, when we started our summer reset, I started talking about that on my posts, and it's holding me accountable as well. It's holding me accountable because people want to see my progress. They want to see that I'm keeping up on it. They want to see that I'm doing it. And that sometimes it takes people months before they're like, you know what? She's doing it. She's using products. She's getting success. I want to do this too. And that's also how I've gotten a lot of my big BV customers, because I use, and I'll tell them I'll use several of the products, and I'll be like, I want to use what you're using. And I think someone else said that. I think Destiny or Megan said that as well. I think it was Destiny, and it's true. I mean, when people see you getting results, whether it's beauty, nutrition, health, whatever your goal is, it could be multiple goals, and that's fine. They see you getting results and they want them results. They are more apt to buy from you because you're actually a real person using it, not just some Joe Schmo on the internet trying to sell them products. So Courtney, I don't know if you want to take over. I think I'm done talking. I think it was a great night. So I will put the mic over to you now.
No, that was really good. Sorry, guys. I've been crying the entire time, but that my eyes are like this. People are messaging me like, are you okay? Like, yes, I'm okay. I'm actually really okay. I was just telling Brett that this is my favorite time of the week. When we have our powwows, just to hear people's stories, because you literally just heard from someone who started 2 weeks ago to a year and a half ago and in between, and people who have been doing this business who may have not started right away, like Karen said, who my mom, like, she didn't see herself as a leader. until after conference. And then she was like, I'm going diamond, getting this bonus. To Megan, who comes fresh out of the gate 2 weeks in, and she's like, you know what? And Destiny, she's newer too. Like, they're both like, okay, let's just do it. Right? So you have all different personalities and you have all different backgrounds, but a same common theme here. They wanted more, whether it was that extra income, or they wanted to have try the products like Karen just said, or just have this community, or gain that confidence like you've been hearing tonight. Everyone has been having different reasons of why they're doing this and why they're continuing to do this. But the common thing here is we're doing it all together. And the cool thing about this team, and I've been reading the comments, why I'm even crying more, is people are like, I love this. And I'm just telling Brett, I was like, oh my God, everyone's like, I love this team. I love it. I love it. And I'm crying earlier today about, am I doing enough? Like, am I doing enough? Am I doing enough? Am I doing enough? Like, that's how my brain works. And I see this Zoom tonight, I see this powwow, and I see the comments, and I hear what people are saying. And because I like said yes to this business 3 years ago, everyone is here. Like, actually it's me and Sabrina. Everyone else became because of us, right, on this team. So without us saying yes and giving this business a shot, even if we didn't have that experience, even if we didn't know if we were going to be successful, all of these stories are being impacted, all these lives are being impacted. And yes, we are all doing enough. We're doing as much as we can, and we are changing lives in the process. And I want you guys to realize that big picture here, because when you get caught in those days where you wake up and you may not have that motivation, or you may not have that, like how I woke up today and I was just like, am I missing something? What am I not doing? Like, what's wrong with me right now? And then you listen to these stories and you're connecting back to the bigger picture. Like, just because someone's not answering my message, like how Megan literally said, it's just a no. Thank you for the reminder. But just because that's not going to throw me off course, because I have a bigger plan here. I'm going to be changing all of these lives. There was almost 40 people on this Zoom tonight. So think about that. Think about that when you're going and having the next conversation. Maybe you're going to have a day where you wake up and no one answers you the whole day. Keep messaging, keep talking to people, keep reminding yourself that these 40 people on Tuesday night showed up under Courtney on her team. And that's going to be me in a month from now. And 2 months from now, I'm going to have a whole Zoom of 40 people on talking about their stories and sharing this progress together. And we have a community of women who are gaining that confidence, gaining that income, getting that just ability to go live without sweating profusely through your shirt. Like Dana said, she has to change her shirt. Like, all these things, we're doing this together. And that's what keeps me going. And I'm pretty sure that's what keeps all of you guys going. And just being able, I don't know, this is a huge thing for me, but we are a Christian-based company. So over the last 3 years, I've gained like that sense of like, I never was connected to my faith before. So over the last 3 years of learning to dive into that and understand like there's a bigger purpose for things, just not what's right in front of you. You know what I mean? Your daily tedious tasks that you have to do in anything. It's not what's just right in front of you. It's the bigger picture. It's that having that faith that there's something greater out there for you. And you were in this business for a reason. That's so important and so impactful and so powerful every single day, and as we continue to go forward together. So I love you guys. I am going to end this Zoom now.